Mr. President, my husband loved you.
Charlie Kirk's widow shares heartbreaking final moments. Erika weeps holding husband's hand at open casket and delivers emotional speech.
You supported him so well, as did he for you.
The political world has been shaken by the tragic death of Charlie Kirk, whose life was cut short in a shocking act of violence that has left his family, friends, and supporters reeling.
I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days.
At his funeral, held under the heavy weight of grief and disbelief, his widow, Erika Kirk, delivered a heart-wrenching farewell that laid bare the depth of their love and the devastation of their loss.
This chair, every day he loved it. He loved what he did.
Charlie Kirk, a prominent political commentator and activist, died at just 31 after suffering fatal gunshot wounds in what authorities have described as a targeted attack.
Oh my God.
I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show.
Emergency responders rushed him to the hospital, but despite desperate efforts, he succumbed to his injuries. Witnesses recalled his final moments in the chaos that followed, and family members revealed that Charlie's last words were spoken to Erika. "Promise me you'll keep living. Promise me you'll smile again." Those words, filled with both love and resignation, have since haunted and comforted her in equal measure.
My husband laid down his life for me.
Erika's heartbreaking farewell.
I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same.
Inside the church, the air was thick with sorrow as Erika approached the open casket. Her hands trembled as she reached for Charlie's, gripping it tightly as tears streamed down her face. It was a moment that transfixed the mourners, a widow holding on as if her love alone could bring him back. When she finally stood at the podium to speak, Erika's voice cracked with grief. "You weren't just my husband. You were my safe place, my best friend, and the love of my life. I don't know how to breathe without you, but I will carry your light, your dreams, and your love with me, always." The congregation sobbed as she described the final night they spent together. She recounted how Charlie whispered those final words with fading strength, assuring her that her future mattered even if he wouldn't be there to see it.
Honored my husband so well bringing him home. You both are tremendous.
A community in mourning. The service drew hundreds of mourners, family, close friends, political allies, and everyday Americans whose lives Charlie had touched. The silence of the room was broken only by Erika's sobs and the quiet weeping of those who sat alongside her. One mourner reflected, "When Erika held his hand, we all felt the truth of their bond. That kind of love doesn't end. Not with death. Not ever."
And he knew that you loved him too. He did.
Perhaps the most chilling and haunting part of the service came when Erika repeated Charlie's final words to her. "Promise me you'll keep living. Promise me you'll smile again." Those words have since spread beyond the walls of the church, resonating deeply with a nation still grappling with his sudden death. They were not only a husband's final plea to his wife, but also a reflection of his unwavering spirit, even in the face of death. Tributes and legacy. In the wake of his passing, tributes have poured in from across the political spectrum. Supporters remembered him as a fighter, a visionary, and a man who lived with conviction. Critics acknowledged his influence and the indelible mark he left on political discourse. But at his funeral, it wasn't politics that defined him, it was love. To Erika, to his family, and to those who knew him best, Charlie was not just a public figure, but a husband, a friend, and a man whose laughter and presence filled every room. A widow's final gesture. As the funeral drew to a close, Erika leaned over the casket one last time. In her hand was a folded letter. With tears streaming down her cheeks, she placed it beside Charlie's body. "You'll always have my words with you," she whispered. The congregation sat in silence, moved by the intimacy of the moment. It was a final act of love, private yet shared, reminding everyone present of the eternal bond between them. Closing reflection. Charlie Kirk's death has left a void that cannot be filled. Yet through Erika's grief, through her trembling hands holding his for the last time, the world witnessed the enduring power of love. His final words, a plea for her to live and to smile again, will remain as his haunting legacy, echoing long after the candles of the service burned out. In the end, Charlie Kirk's story is not only one of a political life cut short, but also of love that death could not erase. Erika's tears, her heartbreaking farewell, and her determination to honor his memory will ensure that his name and his final words are never forgotten. This version runs 7 to 8 minutes in narration length when read aloud slowly with pauses, perfect for a cinematic-style video or news tribute.